Full House actress Lori Laughlin out of jail on $1 million bond. As tonight, we're learning even more about the intricate college bribery admissions scam. Correspondent Molly Line has more on this scandal rocking America's elite.
Lori Laughlin and her husband stand accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to have their daughters designated as recruits to the crew team at the University of Southern California, even submitting a picture of one daughter on an indoor rowing machine, though the girls did not participate in the crew. Others also faked a child's athletic prowess through phony photos. Court docs reveal one wealthy media executive paid bribes to have her son presented as a talented pole vaulter and her daughter as a tennis recruit. The founder of a food and beverage company allegedly paid $125,000 to have a talented test taker take the SAT and ACT for their daughter to get into Duke. One wealthy lawyer paid $75,000 for a proctor to correct his daughter's answers. A casino operator paid hundreds of thousands to fabricate basketball credentials on his daughter's behalf. TV star Felicity Huffman of Desperate Housewives stands accused of paying to have a daughter's SAT test answers secretly corrected. Dozens of wealthy parents funneled money to and through the mastermind of the scheme, William Rick Singer, 58 of California, who pled guilty to racketeering conspiracy and other charges in federal court in Boston yesterday. Laughlin's daughter, Olivia J. Giannulli, a rising social media star, faced backlash for one prior posting.
But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
She later backtracked, tweeting last month in part that an education is also super important to me. Prosecutors have declined to charge students, some of whom were unaware of the scheme, but they could face consequences. Today, USC released a statement noting that applicants connected to the scheme will be denied admission and said a case-by-case review for current students and graduates will be conducted, warning of appropriate decisions to come. The scandal is hitting a nerve on campuses.
I think there absolutely are victims. I think it's any student who deserved to get in, who worked really hard.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos weighed in, saying students should be considered on their merit.
Obviously, this is a Department of Justice operation, but we are looking very closely at it, and we'll see if any of the regulations that we are responsible for have been broken.
The investigation continues, and the court appearances here in Boston are just beginning to get underway. Quite a few defendants will be making the cross-country trek to appear here in U.S. District Court. One big date to watch, March 29th. Shannon?
All right, Molly Line, thank you very much. Okay, the FBI's Operation Varsity Blues. Life imitating art?
I have to be honest. We may have, well, he may have embellished, lied a bit on our application.
Honest. She's been on this honesty kick all week.
Well, we had a feeling you might have embellished. Not too many 2-year-olds are proficient on the bassoon.
All right, let's turn to actor and author Ben Stein and Inside Edition correspondent Megan Alexander. Thanks for both for joining us. And Megan, I want to start with you because when I heard the names, Laughlin or Laughlin, whatever, I keep getting corrected. I'm not sure which one it is. But she, because of the genre that she's in, she's the star of Hallmark, of their series. Is this going to affect her differently and innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah, Shannon, I think this is different than other celebrity scandals because of the type of entertainment she does. The Hallmark Channel is known for wholesome, family-friendly, faith-based entertainment. I'm a huge fan. And she is the face of that brand, very much so, the main star. And, you know, we talk about how the holiday movies are so popular, but they have a television series called When Calls the Heart, which has a rabid, devoted fan base. I'm a part of some of the Facebook pages. We call ourselves Hardies, and I've been monitoring all that's going on social media. Shannon, people are in an uproar over this, and there are really two reactions that are going on right now. Some people, they say, we buy into this content and we buy into these actors, that they believe in the parts that they play. So some people are calling for her to be fired. But then you've got some on the other side saying, hey, wait a minute, our faith calls us to grace, redemption, forgiveness. My heart goes out to the Hallmark Channel from a business standpoint. Those viewers and ratings, that equals advertising dollars. So they're going to have to say something. So far, they have just said they're monitoring the situation. Good people over there. The Hallmark Channel has a deep bench of talent, but Lori's a tough one to lose.
She absolutely is. Ben, I want to play something that Laura Trump said last night when we asked her about this, and this whole idea of the elites getting a different, a chance at these things. Here's what she said.
We look at who these people are, the Hollywood elites, the liberal elites who are always talking about equality for all and everyone should get a fair shot, when here is the biggest hypocrisy of all, the they're writing checks to cheat and get their kids into these schools when the spots really should have gone to kids that were actually deserving of them.
Ben, what do you think it says about class, about wealth, about privilege in this country?
And she's exactly right. The educated elite class, the beautiful people here in Hollywood, they're all Democrats. They're all for equality. They're all for justice. They're all for everybody being treated the same, except their kids. Their kids don't get treated the same. Their kids get treated especially because the parents are rich and famous. And this shows an incredible contempt for the educational process. It's a very Hollywood thing to do, to equate a degree with education. These parents obviously didn't give a damn whether or not their kids got an education. All they cared about was whether they got a degree with a certain kind of stamp on it. That's disgraceful. It shows contempt for the educational process. It shows contempt for their own children. The children show contempt for the educational process. The schools show contempt for the educational process. The whole thing is just one big exercise in corruption and contempt. And I think young Ms. Trump is completely correct. It is all about money. But I mean, everything here in Hollywood is about money. But this is a particularly ugly example of it. And of course, many of the people involved in this are not from Hollywood. But it all tells you it's all about money.
Well, and Megan, you cited the money of the enterprises that have these actresses as the face.
Yeah.
And some are asking questions about, in Felicity Huffman's case, her husband is a famous actor too, and there are questions about whether he's not formally involved in this. Will he get formally involved in this? But when you have those bold-faced names in this, a scandal like this is just going to get a lot more attention.
Absolutely. I think it could be a deal breaker for many of them with their careers. They're going to have to get the public to believe in them again and be sincere. And time will tell. We're just going to have to see what happens. But Ben was right. This one's tough for a lot of people to swallow.
It is. All right. Ben and Megan, thank you both for weighing in tonight. We're going to continue this as the story is far from over.